everyone and welcome to I Want to Bake Free. So in my kitchen हमने explore किया है breads, both Indian and international. मगर I feel कि हम नान पराठे के आगे इंडियन ब्रेड्स को एक्सप्लोर नहीं करते. तो आज हम बनाने जा रहे हैं. बिहार में लोग सत्तू लिट्टी बनाते हैं, which is quite similar to दाल बाटी चूरमा वाली बाटी from Rajasthan. My granny's favorite, skillet baked eggs, ultimate cinnamon roll. You know, you'll be quite surprised to know that in most of the states in India, they have amazing bread and some really unique techniques भी. बिहार में लोग सत्तू लिट्टी बनाते हैं, which is quite similar to दाल बाटी चूरमा वाली बाटी from Rajasthan. So litti is a very simple recipe. So we need some atta or wheat flour or gehu, salt and some mustard oil. And making a dough that is not too soft but firm. Into this, I'm going to be adding a little water. Cut into this as usual. This has nearly come together. Put it out on my tabletop. Pull this out and just bring it all together. So the first time I ever ate this, and I remember that night, they made these little dough balls and throw it into the fire. And these dough balls were then cracked open and ghee was poured over it, and it was the tastiest dough I'd ever eaten. And it was so simple to make. So that was my first introduction to different kinds of bread other than what I ate in my home. This is now ready, and we're going to keep it to rest here. Now what I'm going to be making is my sattu mixture. So sattu is basically roasted chickpea flour. Into this now we're going to be adding a whole lot of flavor. So I'm going to start with really finely chopped garlic, kalonji seeds, red chili powder. We have ajwain. Then of course here we have ginger that has been grated a bit so that it does not leave any residue in your mouth. And then we have fresh coriander, a little lemon juice. And now I'm just going to mix all this till our sattu here is immersed in all the flavor. Oh, this looks lovely. Okay, now I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to take our dough. So what I have to do is basically put some mustard oil in the palm of your hand, and then with a spoon this into the center, and then you kind of pull this, put it together and pinch it so that you encase this, all this flavor in the middle of this beautiful, flavorful litti. And so on and so forth. We are now going to bake our littis in a preheated oven, 200 degrees, for 15 to 20 minutes. And in that time, we're going to be making something really interesting. So now it is time for us to make our chokha. So basically what I have here is mashed and boiled potatoes, which is the base of any chokha. Basically what you can do is add layers of flavoring to it. But right now what I'm doing is I'm going to be adding freshly chopped coriander, freshly chopped onions, add some lime juice, green chilies, red chili powder or mirchi powder, and of course the mustard oil. I'm going to keep some to pour on it later. Now I'm going to give this all a nice mix. It's just one of the easiest things to do and has just so much of flavor. So when you're cooking with mustard oil, as you know, you need to first smoke the oil to cook it and then cook in it. But when you're adding it as a flavor, you just add it as it is, because it just gives you that lovely hit of mustard freshness that tastes so unique. And now, a little salt. Just going to stir this in. Basically, you can do what you want to it depending on what you're going to eat it with. Today, we're leaving it as rustic as possible because we're eating it with our litti, which is in the oven and is ready. Now let's just bite into it because I cannot bear this anymore. So I'm going to take some of our chokha. I'm going to put one of this here and one I'm going to crack. Just completely make it into pieces. Now I'm going to put some ghee on this. You know, the texture is just outstanding. Just a little mustard oil on our chokha for good measure. So if you want to know how to make litti and chokha, I suggest you take a look at our recap and do come right back.
Sattu Litti Chokha. For litti dough, in a bowl, take 300 gram wheat flour, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 tablespoon mustard oil and 150 to 200 ml water. Mix all the ingredients together and knead them into a dough. Your litti dough is ready. For Sattu Stuffing, in a bowl, take 120 gram roasted chickpea flour, 1 teaspoon chopped garlic, 1 teaspoon kalonji, 2 teaspoon red chili powder, 1 teaspoon ajwain, 2-inch grated ginger, 2 to 3 chopped coriander sprigs and 1 to 2 tablespoon lemon juice. Mix it well. Now, apply oil to the hands and flatten medium-sized balls of the litti dough. Place 1 to 2 tablespoon stuffing in the center. Join the edges and lightly roll in the palm of your hands to form a round shape. Place prepared littis on your baking tray and in a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius, bake for 15 to 20 minutes. Your littis are ready. For chokha, in a bowl, take 2 cups mashed potatoes, add 5 to 6 chopped coriander sprigs, add 1 to 2 chopped onions, 1 teaspoon lemon juice, 2 to 3 chopped green chilies, 1 teaspoon red chili powder, 1 tablespoon mustard oil and salt to taste. Mix it well. Your chokha is ready. Now place the prepared chokha on a plate, crush 1 sattu litti and pour 1 tablespoon desi ghee and 1 tablespoon mustard oil over it. Your sattu litti chokha is ready.